Beekeeping continues here in the middle of November. We have a 79-degree day, so these guys are out and active. We're going to be adding some sugar bricks to further help these guys get ready for the colder weather this winter. Here we go. All right, this one has a good brick of sugar, and we're adding a pollen base. Lots and lots of bees here in one. They look pretty happy. All right, that's it. On to hive number 3. They've pretty much devoured the pollen patty in here. Sugar brick looks good. Hive 3's got lots of bees though. So this is like a pollen substitute while the bloom is off.
Yeah. And sugar.
Yeah, these guys are pretty well eating up a little brick. So hive number 4 here, Doug's been eating on your brick.
Yes, it has.
They've pretty well depleted that, so I'll grab another one out of the truck. Boy, those, you just touching that thing, they got going. We're getting them stirred up here on hive number 5. So I'll show you how much understand this. These guys are a little testy. Bees are eating the sugar here. A little more of their pollen mix. Got some bees in the air here too. Can't believe this thing, man. 79 degrees.
No kidding. That's good stuff. Now, you know why we put it in the middle?
Why in the middle?
Because that's where the ball of bees is going to be. That's where they'll cluster up.
To be warm.
No. Yes. And if they are on these 3 and there's food over here, they'll starve to death.
Oh, really?
Yes, they won't travel to get the food.
Okay. Well, we can push them together even a little more if you want.
Nah, that's good enough.
Okay. All right, hive 9. We got them all done. They're coming and going. You want to hear an interesting story?
I do.
So one of our first customers at A Biker's Garage is a guy named Darren. And he works aviation over at Rogers Airport, handles one of the folks that fly out of there regularly, and they've got several aircraft. Well, they had a Phenom 3, which is a really cool business jet, and they landed at an airport and typical parked it and went and did their business and came back, and there's a whole group of bees all around the door seal.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
So they called a beekeeper and they came and got them. And so then they take the jet off and they fly to a second destination, leave the plane there overnight, come out next, another big swarm of bees all on the seal and around the door. And they go, wow, that happened a third time. The aircraft flew to a third location, let it set. And they're like, what the heck is going on? they went and separated the seam on the door, and there was a queen bee on the airplane. So every place it went, it would attract a group of bees. So they had to they didn't know, they've been carrying this queen around from city to city, and just amazing. But hey, the bees, felt the pheromones or whatever, and said, hey, there's a queen here. We got to help out. And finally had to disassemble the airplane partially to find their queen in there, and then no more problem. Amazing. They're amazing little critters.
They are that. They're just incredible. You saw how stirred up they were. Now look how calm they are.
Yeah, it's all settled back down.
Even calmer than it was when we came out of here.
By a lot.
Yeah.
By a lot. Well, we're doing everything we can to get them ready for the winter.
That's it.
Well, this is very enjoyable. We're making progress.
Yes.
This goes well. We're going to have a nice spring harvest.
I hope so. I'm really hoping so.
Well, we don't have any mite issues,
No.
right? Which is one of the reasons for the die-off last year, and we've got a pretty good sized group in each.
And we're feeding them a lot more than we were last year. Last year, you remember we weighed the hives, and we figured, okay, that's enough. This year, I'm not weighing them. I'm just saying that they're empty.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And I'm just going to feed them like crazy until it gets so cold that it won't make any difference.
I wasn't here when you put those last sugar bricks in. How long have those been in there?
About a week.
About a week, okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting the variation of some of them have completely eaten it, and some of them not a whole lot. But I guess they're regulating themselves.
It kind of depends on what's in there. 3 and 4 had a bunch of honey. They had excess honey. 1, 6, 7, and 9 had some honey.
Okay.
But they didn't have a lot. So just kind of depending on how much feed they need, they'll
regulate that.
Yeah.
Do they wait to a certain time to start getting into the honey?
No, just when they're hungry.
Okay, when they need it.
Yeah. Hopefully the sugar bricks and the pollen patty is gonna keep them off the honey.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier. Because to get to the honey, they've got to take the wax off the caps and all that. I'm hoping what they'll do is they'll see that as stored, and they'll hoard that and use the sugar bricks instead. Because you notice they were all over the sugar bricks.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's going well. Well, we'll just keep monitoring this and see how it goes.
Yeah, and the second thing that's different this year than it was last year, we're using sugar bricks, and those things are hygroscopic, which means they absorb moisture. And I put that 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch insulation in the top of every one of the hives.
Right.
That will conserve the heat so they won't freeze. It's just not a whole lot more than we could do.
No, dude, you're all over it, and you got Grasshopper here to help you out. Well, we'll see how the 2025 to 2026 season transitions.
Yes, sir.